Hello, everybody. We're back, and we have a guest. Her name is Natalia, and she's right here.
Hi.
And hold on, I'm gonna fix the screen. So the annoying thing, Natalia, is you can't see me because it's annoying. Like the camera only wants to show my video onto one app. And so that's, yeah. So you can't see me, but you can hear me. I mean, and we can chat. And hold on, I'm just like fixing your Zoom window here. All right, cool. Yo, by the way, thank you so much for like waiting in the Zoom room that whole time. That's
Yeah,
really
you're
nice of
welcome.
you. I love your vibe. Those glasses
Thank
are
you.
killing it. That's like
Thank you
the
so
that's like the
much.
80s. Oh, it's such a chill pair of bifocals, and then mixed with the hair. Is that dyed hair?
It is. I'm
Yeah.
not naturally blonde. No.
and and then the hoodie's dope. I'm just digging
Thank
the
you.
vibe. And then what does it say on the calendar behind you?
Yo, it says there is no limit to what we as women can accomplish by
Nice.
Michelle Obama. Love
Yeah.
it.
Love it.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's obsessed with Michelle Obama. She like read her book front to
Rightfully
finish.
so.
What'd you say?
I said rightfully so.
Yeah. Cool. So what do you want to ask?
Okay, so, oh my gosh. I'm asking you this because I just feel like so many of my friends are in relationships, and even the ones who aren't are like very over me talking about silly Tinder boys, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, and so you're
so I
bringing it on to me. That's what's here. That's what's happening.
exactly.
No, I love talking about this stuff. That's why I'm here. Okay.
Okay, so I've been talking to this guy for like 2 weeks maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a huge texter. Like I like it's fine, but I'm a much more like I'm way better in person.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I like to meet people fairly soon after we start talking.
Yeah.
And if we don't, then I kind of just like lose interest and stop talking to them.
Yeah.
This one, he's so nice
Mm-hmm.
and he has a mustache and I'm like here for it.
Nice.
But um I don't know, we've set up a date like twice now, and the first time we both kind of forgot, and then the second time we both
Mm.
kind of forgot again. Um,
Mm.
and then like so we were supposed to go out yesterday, but on Tuesday um I invited him to do something like kind of spontaneous, and he
Mm.
was like, also I can. And then he ended up not being able to, but he was like, have fun. And I was like, okay, great. And then I got home and
Mm.
I texted him about that, and he didn't respond. And I was like,
Mm.
okay, whatever. And then I forgot about it, and we were supposed to go on a date yesterday, but I was like, no, I don't care enough. So I just didn't
Mm.
text him. And then today he texted me, but he sent me like a link to a concert
Mm-hmm.
and was like, this guy kills. And I was like, okay, cool. um, and he was like, yeah, I'll probably be there. And I was like, that's cool. I hope
Oh.
you go. And he goes, you should go. And I said, with you or like in general? And he was
Yeah.
like, either or. And I was like, so I said, haha, okay.
Yeah.
And he said, I'd be down to go with you. And I'm
Oh my
just,
God. He's just trying to be cool. That is a guy trying to play it cool.
that's so annoying.
But the cool thing is here's the good news. It's likely that he's pretty interested in you, because like all of this, like, you should go, like, I'd be down to, like all of that little dancing around it. That's just like
Yeah.
when somebody's trying to act cool like that, that means that they're a little nervous around you, and
Oh
they
my
and they
goodness.
want they want you to. So that's the good news. Here's here's what the issue is right here is,
Yeah.
and this is like this weird rule, and there every now and then in dating there's these weird rules that I come across. I'm a little dyslexic, sorry. I switch around the first word letters of words. There's some weird rules that I come across that don't seem like they should be, but they just are. Like, why is that? Why does that happen? That doesn't sound right, but it just is. Okay, and here, you ready for the rule?
Okay. Yeah.
Anytime you expect somebody to be free on a specific night, a specific day,
Mm-hmm.
that's the day that they won't be free. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you can, never, I mean, listen, all rules are meant to be broken, but like, if you can try, avoid going, hey, and like, he should do this too, but he doesn't know, is avoid going like, hey, last minute, I'm going to this. Do you want to come? And then, or going like, hey, what are you doing Saturday afternoon or something like that? They're always going to be busy. It's just the rule of dating. I don't know why, but it just is. So never, ever expect somebody to be free on a certain day. Instead, always ask them when they are free. And then after they give you their schedule, then you work with that schedule. Because the other annoying thing is when you guys go back and forth with these, oh, are you free here? No. Are you free here? No. You should come to me to this thing. No. Like, you guys are just going to get annoyed at the plain fact that you guys aren't hanging out, and it just kills the vibe between each other. And
already over it, and I don't want to
exactly.
Like,
yeah,
heck?
you get over it. And also another weird thing is like there's almost like these there's almost like tokens for asking somebody out, and once you spend all of those tokens for how many times you've asked somebody out and they say no, you kind of run out of tokens, and like they don't want to do it anymore. And so that's why I never go, are you free on this day? Unless it's like, I really don't care. I'm just taking a risk here. It's not a big deal. But otherwise, always go, when are you free? Now, that being said, are you free to go to this concert?
Yeah, I am. I don't really have the money to do it, but like I could do it.
Okay, so like another thing, and like I know some people might not agree with me about this, but like I have a general rule, and it's not a chivalry thing. It's if I'm inviting my friend to something where it costs money, I'm gonna want to pay for them, because they wouldn't be going otherwise.
I'm also that way.
Yeah.
But I don't expect other people to do that for me. So
No, yeah, I don't expect other people to do that for me either. But I kind of want to get him on the phone. Let's bring him on. What's up, Mustachio?
Literally, oh my gosh, it's just so like, I wouldn't even be friending if I didn't already like him a little bit.
Okay, so
like, if I didn't, irrelevant.
Tell me about this. Where are you guys at in the conversation? Pull out that phone. Come on. You don't have to show it to me, but like, keep me updated.
Oh, literally, he said I'd be down to go with you, and I didn't answer.
Ooh, and when was this? Nice.
It was at 9 o'clock.
Where do you live?
In New Hampshire. Oh, so yeah, it's like 2 hours ago.
Okay, so 2 hours ago. Nice. I mean, you should say like I would love to, but like honestly, I can't afford it. And that's the truth.
Tell him the truth.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
And if he wants you to go, he'll pay for you for a ticket. And yeah.
Okay, I'm literally doing it right now.
Great. Happening live.
Okay, bet. Dating is hard. You know what? It's not even hard. It's just like tedious almost.
Yeah.
Like,
so here's the thing. I know that, but that's the perspective that we're kind of taught to see it as, because we're taught to go, oh, well, like we're working to get to this end goal. And so, yeah, it's going to be. But if you could just go, let me just like have fun with people, meeting people. And if I hang out with them, great. If I don't, whatever. But just like start taking it much less seriously. Start just seeing it as like, whatever. It's just fun to meet new people. I just want you to think about it like that.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I
Yeah.
did think about it like that. Well, I
Oh,
do. Well, in general, I do think about it like that.
okay.
And but now I'm like a lot busier. I'm working on my own
Mm.
mental health, therapy
Mm.
and stuff, and I just moved back to New Hampshire from Ohio, so there's a lot of like transition stuff. So I'm very like me focused, and
Yeah.
so I literally like I loved dating and
Mm.
meeting new people, getting to
Yeah.
talk to them, like learning about them, their different perspectives. Like I think that's so fun. It's one of my favorite things to do in life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I was like, oh, but I think that I want a committed relationship. I think that's what I want out of dating now. Like, I think I want to be with someone to spend my time with them rather than putting all my energy into meeting all these new people. Cause, like,
Mm.
oh my gosh, I go on so many first dates.
Mm.
That's like ludicrous.
How many, how often do you do phone calls before the date?
Never?
Do that.
Cool.
You just
Okay.
you just saved yourself hours and hours of wasted dates.
Thank you. This is why I asked you.
Just
Oh
make it
my
a
God.
just make it a strict rule. I'm either
Yeah.
gonna have a phone call or a FaceTime before I go on a date with somebody. And you could even plan the date with somebody and say, "Cool, let's FaceTime before we hang out."
Yeah.
Um, and if they don't FaceTime with you, you could just be like, "Ah, you know what? I'm gonna cancel the date." And I
Right.
mean,
Right.
it's not a dick thing. Like just have rules for yourself. You gotta have respect for yourself before, anything good could happen. So, yeah. And listen, there's gonna be some people that just go, I don't want to do that. And then go, okay, right? Because
Hmm.
I'm the type of
Yeah.
person where like I understand that there's people that don't want to do a FaceTime or a phone call before they go on a date.
Yeah.
It's nerve wracking, whatever. That doesn't make sense to me. A date's nerve wracking, but I understand it. Like I accept it. But here's the thing: is I don't want to I don't want to date somebody that wouldn't want to have a phone call before a date. Like I just
Right. Right.
like I think that would be fun. I
Yeah.
want to chat with them. Like I want to get to know them. And also, the great thing about a phone call is it is a faux first date. So think about it like this. Like what date is better, the first date or the second date?
Oh, the second for sure.
Okay. So why don't you just get the first date out of the damn way on the phone? Right?
Yeah, true.
It's like, damn, we found our rhythm on the phone. So we like know what's cool about like that we like to talk about. We know our sense of
Hmm.
humor. We got it all down. So
Yeah.
now when we meet in person, it's just gonna click.
Hmm.
Um, and the other thing is like you figure out so quick on a phone call if you're into that person or not. Whereas like on the profile, it's very kind of tricky because it's like,
Very
oh,
hit
well,
or
they look
miss.
really good. And then what happens is in the chat, we think that we're having like a fun time talking to them, but
Hmm.
really is we're just filling in the blanks for what we think this person is, who this person is. So it's like, oh, I just had like fun talks with them. But it's like, no, you didn't. You guys just like, you just chatted with a stranger on DMs. Like, that's really what it was. So it's like when you actually have a phone call, that's when it's like a person to person interaction. And that's when you could
Yeah.
really find if you want to go on a date with somebody.
Cool. Yeah. 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 You're totally right. You're totally right. I've gone on so many first dates where I've like sat there and I've literally been like, oh no, this is so bad. This is not fun. And
Yeah.
I probably would have known that had I called him first.
Exactly. And that happens to everybody. There's no reason to do that anymore. It's like such a waste of time, you know?
Yeah. And energy and money
Mm-hmm.
and life. And also like I love having fun. I love hanging out with people. So if I'm not going on a date, I'm probably hanging out with my family or friends. And I would much rather do that. Or
Yes.
sit alone and like read. Like that sounds good.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. You said it perfectly. So yeah, there you go. So
Like, yeah.
did Mustachio Man, did he respond yet?
Uh he did not. I think he's in bed now though because he works
Okay.
at like 5 a.m. So
Got it.
I don't know. But maybe I'll be back Tuesday and I can update y'all.
That will be so fun. I would love that.
That's
Seriously,
great.
I would really love that.
Cool.
Cool. You
Yeah,
have
that'd be
anything
great.
else you want to talk about?
Um, oh, yeah, I do have one more little question.
Okay.
So okay, so I'm trying this new thing where we're working through trauma, right? And so I'm trying to believe people when they say things, unless they give me a reason to not believe them, right?
Mm.
But a new person, I have no reason to think that you're lying to me,
Yes.
really.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on a date with a guy a few weeks ago, and it went really well. We had so much in common. I talked a lot. But he said it was great and that he really liked it, so that's good. Um, and we ended up sleeping together, and it was just really good. I had a really good time, and I felt very comfortable with him, and he did tell me like a lot of things that were very like kind and reassuring. And then like at the end, I literally said, I would really like to see you again. And but I also hope that you feel like you can be honest with me. Like if you want to see me again, that would be great. But if you don't, that's okay too. I just want to know so
Mm-hmm.
that I can,
You said that.
yeah.
Okay.
And he said, I totally understand. Thank you for communicating. I do want to see you again. I said, okay, great.
Okay.
Um, so then we've been like texting kind of on and off for the last few weeks,
Mm-hmm.
but before we met, granted it was only like 2 days, but we texted a lot. Like we were like really getting to know each other and really talking. And then he just like after we hung out, he is not really saying that much at all.
Okay. Hold on
Um,
1 second. I need more context. So,
okay,
how many times did you guys hang out after that first wonderful date?
none times.
So it was just all text.
Uh, yeah. So we met. Yeah, he lives 2 hours away, and
Oh,
I was visiting friends, and
got it.
that's how I met him. I actually gave him my number at a restaurant. He was
Mm.
my waiter.
Mm.
Um, and
What was the
I didn't
restaurant?
expect him to text me. I have no idea, honestly.
Okay.
I was, oh my gosh, this is fun.
Mm.
I was actually with my best friend who lives down there, and I was meeting her sugar daddy for the first time.
Whoa.
And yeah, so it was like a crazy situation, the three of us
Mm.
together. And that's kind of why I gave my number to the waiter, because I
Mm.
was like, I need to do something for me. I got to get
Yeah.
out of here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was not expecting him to text me, but he did. And then we talked like all night and into the next day.
Mm.
And it was so fun. And we
Mm.
both agreed that like it was unexpected, but really cool. And then we hung out, and I ended up staying in his house actually, which is like that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then it was great. And then yeah, so that was 3 weeks ago. And then I said like we kind of left it on like I would let him know when I went back down there and we would hang out then.
Mm-hmm.
But I I like last week or maybe a week before said to him over text, I was like, hey, I know like this is what we said, but I would really like to come and see you sooner than I'm anticipating going down to see my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can we do that? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I'll still be here. I'm not going anywhere. But like, that was it. And then we like talked about something else. And now we like don't really text that much. Um, so that's not great. Don't love that.
I don't know what's wrong. Everything sounds great.
Then why am I freaking out?
Why aren't you going to see him? You okay? This
Uh,
is what I heard. You ready? We
okay,
had an
yeah.
amazing first date. We're
Yeah,
texting. I said I want to go see you earlier than I thought.
right.
He said, "Sure, that sounds great." And then you
Yeah.
didn't do that. Is that what happened?
It's possible that that's what happened.
So what's going on? Why aren't you going to see him?
You know what?
See,
That's a
now
good
I need
question.
updates on this guy too next week.
I know. I know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll update you on the mustache and the waiter. Oh my gosh.
Come
'Cause
on. No, seriously, something's up. Something's up. I'm curious. What else is wrong?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just have a feeling, oh, this is probably my own insecurity coming out. We
Mm-hmm.
gotta fix that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that he's like not as into me as I am him. And that
No.
scares me like a
Okay.
lot. I don't like that. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, That's possible, but it's also not possible. It's possible, but I mean, it's also possible it's just in your head. Um, but you also got a mustached man inviting you to a concert. I mean,
Concert.
honestly, I just got to say something. You have like a
Yeah.
really good dating life, and I feel like everybody in the chat is like jealous of you and a little angry at you actually because of this. And you
Oh
and you're
no.
coming to me going, "Look at all my problems." And
Oh
I'm
my
going like,
God.
"Where's the problem, dude?" Like, where's the
Uh,
fucking problem? Uh, no, but
in
okay,
my
I get it. I understand. What I'm trying to say is like, I want you to start thinking more positively about this because honestly, I'm being honest.
yeah.
It really everything sounds great.
Okay.
Um,
Cool.
but that doesn't mean that it is. Who knows?
Yeah.
Both of these guys could end up just, ghosting and whatever. But
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling you're gonna probably meet somebody dope again in like a week or something. You're just like this cool, charming person, and like I just feel like something. You just have this thing, um, this Zaza, whatever, and I don't know, and yeah. But anyway, it's going good.
It's
But
going good.
I think the thing that you first started off with this second guy is just talking about. Didn't you say something about like expressing what you felt or something? What did you start with?
Um,
No,
what do you mean?
I don't know.
Like expressing
You had
like
like
to
a
him?
question that you were starting, but then instead you just went into the story of the guy.
That checks out. That's how I talk. My question was maybe that I think it was like based on this story. Like, am I being an asshole? Which I guess I am. So I got my answer. It's definitely, I think, a me thing right now. For sure.
No,
So
I think you're doing great. I think you're just overthinking it. Um,
classic.
but again, like here's the thing. There's always potential for the person to end up like not liking you anymore and moving on. That's
Hmm.
like always potential for that.
Yeah.
But when you obsess over that, you're just going to make it worse. And you're just going to make
Yeah.
that happen. You're just going to will
Yeah.
that into the world.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's not like some magic, foo-fooey, like
No.
the secret type stuff. Like you will
Hmm.
literally start doing, saying, acting
Yeah.
ways that are going to bring that on. And if you just
Manifestation.
act like everything's dope and, you know,
Hmm.
you guys are great,
Yeah.
it's probably going to just keep going that way. Not guaranteed, but it probably will.
Right. And even if it doesn't,
Hmm.
okay.
Yes. Here's the other
Okay.
thing. Here's the other thing. Just because you've decided that, a relationship is a good choice for your life right now,
Hmm.
that doesn't give you an excuse to start being needy about it. You're
Mm.
allowed to want a relationship and go, yeah, but if it doesn't happen, I'm still good with my life.
And also be very content with what's happening in my life right now.
Exactly. Exactly. Like there's no just, oh, I'm either just dating and having fun or I want a relationship and I need it to happen or I'm going to be unhappy, right?
Right,
You're
right,
allowed to
right.
want to have a relationship and be like, yeah, and it'll happen sometime and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Maybe not now. So just like take that same headspace that you had when you were just having fun and bring it into this
Hmm.
place too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Nice. I want an update next week. This is
Yeah, no, I
fun.
definitely I will. I'll let you know. Oh my
Great.
gosh.
Anything else before you go?
No, that's it for me.
Cool.
Thank you
Well,
so much.
everybody in the chat, I want everybody in the chat to like give some seal claps to Natalia because you're awesome. Maybe say a kind word to her, how cool she is, um, And yeah, I hope to see you next week.
Yeah, I'll be back. What do
All
I do
right.
at 9 p.m.?
Cool. Nice. I like that. I like that I'm at the top of the list.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a million things. Literally, Netflix has spent billions for you to have an answer to that question. So I love that I'm at the top of the list.
You're right. I'd rather give you my attention.
Yay! Awesome. Cool. All right. Later, Natalia.
Bye.
Bye.
Betas is a show about relationships made for the weirdos, introverts, and artists who love people, conversation, and learning to embrace who they are instead of molded to what the normies want from you.